Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of the Loona album and song rankings. If you haven't been a part of the first 3, basically what I'm doing is I'm ranking all the songs and albums based on numbers and how I just feel about them, okay? This is like how I like to rank stuff. Last time we did Heejin, Hyunjin, Haseul, Yeojin, and then in part 2 we did Love and Evil, YvesChuuWonHye, Kim Lip, and then in part 3 we did Jinsoo, Cherry, and Odd-Eyed Circle's Max and Match, because we only do repackages in this house, because if we counted the 2 albums as different albums, it would just literally be, you know, one album has less songs than the other album, but those songs are the exact same as the other album for the most part. So, yeah, that's what I said. Heejin's got a B, Hyunjin's got a B, Haseul's got an A+, Yeojin's got a B-, you know, Love and Evil's got a B+, YvesChuuWonHye's got a B, Kim Lip has got an A, Jinsoo's got an A+, Cherry's got an A, Max and Match has got an A-, and I forgot to say the letter ranking in that one. People are going to kill me. But Max and Match for me is an A-. While I do think it's really good, you know, compared to their other projects, it's not as good, but that's only because their only projects have 2 songs to judge it on. So now we're going to be doing this whole thing with YvesChuuWonHye and their solos now. So get ready for just true, honest opinions. Here we go. Okay, so now we're moving on to Yves' album. And obviously I'm playing my favorite song off the album, D1, which means day 1, or one day till. No, one day till, because D-Day means that day. Like, oh my gosh, it's happening that day. D-Day. If it's D1, it means the day before. So, New by Yves. When I first heard New, it was a meh for me. It was a 3 out of 10. Simply because, the way that it flowed when I first heard it, I just thought that it was boring. It was the same problem that I had with Hyunjin's song, where there wasn't really much going on with the music for me to really like it the way other people do. Now, it's not as low as it used to be. It's a 6 out of 10. But fun fact, New is my least favorite Loona song ever. Now, that's saying something, because I still think that it's good. But it's one of those things where, as much as I want it to be like as hype as it is for other people, there's just something about it that's not that hype to me. And I listen to it every now and then, but it's definitely the song that I least go towards for Loona. It's no offense to Yves or anything. The bass in New is really good. I just think that there's some awkward parts, especially the way that BBC made her sing some parts. You know, like, no more than I could dream. Like, I don't, like, I like it, but at the same time I'm also like, it sounds kind of weird. It sounds like she's tired. Not saying that in a mean way to Yves, because in some parts of that song it's like, bop, like, always on my life. I'm not a vocalist, don't, but like, that part of the song is so fucking good. But for me, New is actually my least favorite Loona song. Not saying that I hate Yves or anything, because I don't. It's just that song isn't really my cup of tea in terms of, like, it's good, But compared to everything else, I would listen to literally everything else over New in Loona's discography. You know, it's good, but I just don't listen to it that often. Like, at all. Because it's just not really my thing. Like, and I like retro songs. It's just, that song in particular, just, I don't know. I don't think it's really amazing or out of this world or stellar or even that great. I think it's just good. Now, aside from that, D1, which is the song that just ended, and now I need to put on New. It's been a while since I've listened to New. D1 is a song that is superior to New in every way for me. First of all, it's got that French pop influence once again, but this time it wasn't awkward when I first listened to it. You know, it was a subtle French pop, you know, tribute. But, you know, when I listen to D1, I think of like a jazz club, you know, and I think of like, you know, she's being so like seductive, and it's like such a, you know, amazing like song. Like the way that it flows, I love the twinkles in the song. I like the contrast from the bass to the, you know, really high harmonies and falsettos that she's got in that song, which, that's another thing about New. With Yves, except for that, like, one high note and some of that belting, New doesn't show off Yves' vocal potential at all, because it just kind of muffles it down for me, except for her belting. You know, like, it's okay singing, but I think that D1 is like the complete opposite of that. It showcased so much of her vocal talent that I didn't even know that she had when I first listened to New. I was like, okay, so she's a sub. But then when you listen to D1, it's like, damn, she's a lead. She's got to be a lead vocalist. When she is now, it's one of her official positions. But like, just as much as like I don't want to shade New or anything, like D1 is just so superior to me. I love that song. When I first heard it, it was out of this world for me because I loved the way that they used her voice, and it was just so shocking. And it's still out of this world for me. So, it's a 10 out of 10 for D1. So, 16 out of 20. Yves is the lowest scoring album for me. It's an 80%. I'm sorry to all the Yves stans who probably want to hate me now, because I'm not as big into New as other people are. But you know what? It's okay. We all have our own personal preferences. Now here we go. We're going into Chuu-Woo. Chuu-Woo. She's so... Oh, I love Chuu. Chuu is very spunky in her songs. You know, she's got this charm and charisma to her that makes these songs work. But Heart Attack is another example of a song that was like a number 7. I thought that the song was great, but I didn't think it was anything super special, you know? And I just realized I forgot a single in between Yves and Chuu's thing, but I'm going to talk about the single after this. It's okay. Whatever. I'm okay with going backwards after this one. But, back to Chuu, because I missed it. Her title track was another example of a song that I never thought would actually go up to 10. Because it didn't start out as a 10 at all. It started out as a 7 because I really liked it, but I thought that the chorus was weird a bit. Not in a, like, in a good weird, but also in a, like, confusing weird, like, what? Like, and then the rapping at first I wasn't that big of a fan of, because while I like her rapping now, it took me a while to get used to the way that she had the, like, pitch on her voice, like the higher agio-like pitch. I was like, I don't know, but then I got used to it the more that I listened. And then I also thought that even though the modulation was good, I thought there was too much modulation at the end, and I was like, why are they putting so much modulation at the end of this song? Now that when I listen to the song, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. Like, once again, it's got that unique thing. The melody is kind of all over the place, but it's still consistent and still has great transitions. The rapping got better for me because I knew that it was a stylistic choice for the song, and it actually works for this song. I really like the chorus now, because it actually works a lot, especially when you see the transitions that actually transition into the chorus. Because it seems like it wouldn't fit, but it actually does. And then the modulations at the end, I know why they did it now. Because obviously this is a pre-debut thing and they were showing off her vocals. But also I got used to it in the way where I was like, oh my god, damn girl, shit. Your modulations are so good, oh my god. Keep on going, keep going. I wanted her to belt so much. So, Heart Attack is an example of a song that also became a 10 out of 10. Like Singing in the Rain that I wasn't expecting it to. Like, when I wasn't expecting it to. So, thank you 10 out of 10 for existing. Meanwhile, Girls Talk, the duet between Yves and Chuu, is also a 10 out of 10. I love the smooth, like, retro-y type of disc, like 80s vibes from that song. It's like so 80s with like a little bit of an electro twist in there. And I love that about that. I love Yves like, time, then go maso, or whatever. I don't know how to speak Korean. But, dum, do, 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 do. And then, I love Chuu's like higher tone compared to Yves' deeper tone. There's a great contrast in the song. And I love their harmonizations. And yeah, I just really like Girls Talk and Heart Attack. So Chuu is a perfect 100% for me, 20 out of 20, A+. Let's move on to the actual single that I was supposed to do before this one, because it was after Yves' album. Now, this is the Carol 2.0. And this is what I was talking about when I missed a single, because this is in between Yves and Chuu's thing. This is the unofficial subunit, YveVirry? Is that how we were saying their unofficial subunit name? But basically, it's these three that were just paired up together randomly. Like, it was honestly kind of random to me. Like, I was like, what? Now, surprisingly, you would think that if it's a similar-ish type of song still, that it would be the same score. But the thing about this one is that they make this a lot more peppy, and I think that's just because of Cherry and Vivi's voices, which is kind of fine, but they definitely made it more like, but like lighter than that. And then I really like the vocals in this song, but it's a little too Christmassy and a little too peppy. Like, the thing about the original that I loved was that it was still a Christmas song, you still got Christmas vibes, but it wasn't in your face. And I think the Carol 2.0 just kind of delivers that too much into your face. But the good news is that I still like Jingle Bells a lot. So while this song is not better than the first one, and there's a reason why this one does not have as many views as the original, I also don't, like, I don't know why they added that part. Dun, 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 dun. Like, I like Jingle Bells, but I don't need that chime Jingle Bells thing. I'm sorry, I really don't. I thought it was awkward. I was like, why did y'all put that in there? See, it's in your face, and that's what I liked about the original, is that it wasn't in your face. So, I think it's an 8 out of 10 because I still think it's an amazing Christmas song. But it's not out of this world like the original one was. It didn't shock me. It was a little too in my face at times. And while I still can't enjoy it, I will always pick the Carol original more. Sorry, it's just tea. I'm sorry. Next album! Okay, so now we're getting into Gowon's album, obviously. Sorry that I had to interrupt for that single. I just forgot that it was supposed to be after Yves' album. So, now, Gowon is one where One and Only was once even, like, it was once my least favorite, as in, like, it was a 1. Like, I didn't like it at all when I first heard One and Only. I thought the rapping was weird. I thought that the pacing was weird. Like, I thought that there was random lines dropped in the song. And so I was like, Gowon, I like you. You're pretty as a member. And I heard SeeSaw, which we'll talk about SeeSaw in a minute. And I was like, I really like your voice and stuff and your rapping, but I just think that One and Only is shit. Oh, that's literally what my mindset was when I first got into it, first impressions. But after listening to it a lot, it's got this really unique charm to it where, like, it's a song that I feel like would be basic if it wasn't for the way that they did the weird pattern. And also, the more that you listen to the weird pattern, the less that it sounds awkward or forced or, like, suddenly, like, or random, you know? It sounds like an actual consistent song. Cohesive song. And because of that, I feel like Gowon's just grown more and more on me song-wise, and also she's climbing up my list a little bit right now, which isn't fair. She needs to stop. But, you know, Gowon is just such a precious child. And hearing One and Only now, I just get so soft, but also get so, like, bop. Like, I'm ready to bop to this shit, dance to this shit type of feeling. So, I'm really glad that I like One and Only now. A lot. Like, it's a fantastic song. 9 out of 10. I rate that way because I'm just that generous, but also I really like it, so. Now, SeeSaw, which is this song, is out of this world. Like, I love this song because it's got this, like, electro vibe to it, but, like, the whole song, you would think that it was kind of a more slow-paced, chill, just kind of, like, I don't even know how to describe this genre. Like, I know how to describe the electro part, you know, electro-gothic part, because Gowon's album was very gothic in terms of the way that the sound, not gothic in the way that the sound was, but it was electro as in, like, it was dark electro. But, like, the parts with the piano and stuff, where it was just very simple, it was kind of, like, just more classical in the way that it sounded, or dramatic. I don't even know how to describe it, but, like, even though Kim Lip only had one line, like, it really helps with the song, because she was like, it's been a long, long day. I didn't even try to sing that time, I'm tired. You know, she did that note, and it was kind of weird, but I really liked it because it was, like, she kind of was supposed to sound whiny because she was supposed to sound stressed with her cup of coffee. And so, I really like SeeSaw. SeeSaw is a 10 out of 10, and it hasn't worn off me at all. So, I really enjoy SeeSaw, and I think a lot of people need to appreciate SeeSaw a lot more. Next, we're gonna get to my current favorite Loona album ever, and it's sitting right in front of y'all's faces. So, okay, so you're probably thinking, well, Allie, this is your ulti. We already knew. We already knew that she'd be your favorite album. Shut the fuck up. First of all, there's one album that's come close to topping this one. But we're not going to talk about it right now. We're just going to focus on my bae and her beautiful voice. Olivia is my ultimate bias. I don't know how it happened. I think she's talented, and I think some people still underestimate her talents in a way. Like, a lot of people were talking about Chuu and Yves' vocals and Beauty and the Beat, but, like, Olivia would have these really nice lines that fit her voice well. And also, she'd have a falsetto and some notes. But I don't think a lot of people noticed it. I'm just saying that, not to be shady, but more of like, you know, she is a sub-vocal for OT12, confirmed. She's not going to get noticed that much for vocal talent. Though, BBC, she should have been a main dancer, or at least a part of the main dancer line. And she should have been a visual. I don't understand what y'all are doing over there, in terms of with Olivia's position. But other than sub-vocal, I don't agree. Where's her visual position, damn it? At least give her a visual position. Because Her visuals are so unique, and so many Koreans compliment her about it. She's got unique visuals, but it still fits the beauty standards in Korea. You know, she's a natural at modeling without trying. I'm sorry, this turned into a rant video against BBC giving my girl no visual position. Because I was for sure, I was like, she's going to be at least a part of the visuals. I guess there was going to be 4. I guess there was going to be YvesChuuWonHye, Jinseo, and fucking Hyunjin. I already knew that. But, like, the fact that Olivia wasn't a part of that at all, when Koreans compliment her visuals all the time, is, I don't understand. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. But, back to the song, Egoist. This song blew my fucking mind when it first came out. Because, like, it started off, like, so simple, and when it broke into the chorus, the beat didn't drop that much, and I was like, whoa, that's unexpected. Then they had that crazy synth part where the synth was scary and, like, all over the place. And then it goes into the rap where it's super hardcore hip-hop, and then the bridge is great, and her vocals are great in the bridge, and I'm just fangirling like a little bitch. She just lip-bited. No. Stop lip-biting. That's not fair. But it's just such a unique song. And I know a lot of people don't like it as their favorite title track, and that's fine. But so far as a title track, I'm not saying as a single, it is my favorite Loona title track. Nothing's been able to beat it ever since. Like, it's so good. It's so powerful and inspiring and shit. Egoist has always been a 10 out of 10 for me. Always. And it won't change. Okay? Don't try to change my mind. Okay? It's so good. Oh my god, her high note is coming up. Hang on. Stay on our Wolf Cub. If you hate on our Wolf Cub, because I have seen people hate on Olivia for her talent, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the gut. Don't hate on Olivia's fucking talents. She's so talented. Give her all the love in the world. Plus, even if she's not, like, the most talented member, like, even if, like, people don't, like, find somebody else's voice attractive, you never know what's gonna happen. She's still only 16, damn it. Okay? Give her a chance. Okay? She's still 16. And she can do all of this. Can you do all of this? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm getting triggered. And tired. I'm really fucking tired. It's almost 1 a.m. I should be in bed. But then Rosie is also a 10 out of 10 because that song's a bop. It's got this electro, like, dark feel to it. And it's got this, like, what do you call it? It's like that really famous iPhone ringtone. It reminds me of that one where it's like, dun, 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 dun. I love that part. And I love the fucking, I love Heejin's rap in it. Oh my god, Heejin's rap improved so much from when she did the Singing in the Rain rap for Jinseo's song a long time ago. And Gowon's voice fits really well in the parts that they gave her. And Olivia's, like, vocals are so smooth in that song. It's not better than Egoist in my opinion, but it's so fucking good. Oh my god. Chaka no 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 no. And it's like, my life is rosy. Like, I just kind of like how dark yet calm it is. Like, it's really rare to find songs kind of like that nowadays. So, I really fucking appreciated it. I really appreciated it, BBC. Okay. Wow, I'm so sleepy. I'm probably going to continue this tomorrow. I'm going to have part 5 recorded tomorrow, which will be YvesChuuWonHye's album, Beauty and the Beat, and then a review of Favorite, and then the album ranking, and then the bias ranking. I don't know if it'll be in a complete 5th part, or if it's just going to be, you know, like, if I'm going to have to make another one, but I'm hoping that tomorrow will be the final one. If it's not, I'll inform you guys. But I need to go to bed. I'm so sleepy. But yeah, Olivia is precious. She's my ulti. And I love her album the most out of anybody so far. Now, debut might change that. Maybe. But I'm very loyal to songs. Like, before Olivia Hye even debuted, my favorite Loona song was still Eclipse. And Kim Lip's album was still, like, hitting me. But, like, Eclipse was still my favorite song. And Egoist has still continued to be my favorite Loona song for a while. And while Beauty and the Beat sometimes comes close to beating that, like in terms of some of the songs on there, like Rendezvous, 18.6Y, and also One Way. Those songs try to wreck me all the time for favorite song, but there's just something about Egoist that's so fucking out there, and like how unique it is and how it was presented and stuff that just still affects me to this day. Like, I watched it and I was still affected by Olivia's visuals and the whole MV itself. Like, bitch, the fuck? I watched this, like, ages ago. But I think Egoist also has a special place in my heart because Egoist is when I started ulting Loona. Like, I started ulting Loona because I was so, like, into Olivia Hye. And then I just dove deeper and deeper and deeper and listened to their music more and more and watched more shit. Like VLive shit. I already watched a lot of variety show shit, but not VLive shit because I have VLive, but I didn't keep up with Loona on it. And then I did, and I got obsessed. So, yeah, that's how I became an ulti Loona stan. And I think that's kind of the song that affects me the most because it made me that way. You know, it made me an ulti stan. So I'm very happy to have met Egoist and have had Egoist in my life. Thank you, God Hye Ju. Thank you, God Hye Ju, which is her real name. She gets a 20 out of 20, which is an 100%, an A+. Woo. Now, tomorrow, like I said, we're doing Beauty and the Beat. Trying to rank all the albums in terms of which one's my favorite to which one's my least favorite as a whole, like album-wise, not song-wise. Also ranking favorite, because even though the debut album is coming, I'm just going to rank favorite individually at the moment. And then, you know, when I do an album first listen, and then I do a review afterwards, I'm going to see how I feel about it afterwards. And the album as a whole. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye! Part 5 coming tomorrow.